Hello. Today we're going to talk about how to invade WWE for WWE because WWE doesn't know how to do a storyline
Did
invade.
you watch the
But
Did you watch the rest of us regret Nexus video too?
yeah, yeah, that's where this idea came from. But anyway, yes, we did watch the Wrestling with Regrets video on Nexus and everything, which is kind of where this idea came from. Um, you should go check out his channel if you haven't checked out his channel because it's really good. That's where what inspired the six pack also. So we're stealing ideas, we're borrowing ideas and adapting them. It's
No,
don't
I think before that we decided to do a countdown because remember, I think I saw something from the whole effing show too about a countdown because they were talking about how Nia Jax is a fat girl. I remember this.
yeah, but the whole six pack idea came from him
Oh,
because he was doing top eights.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
I was
Okay, I remember now. Yeah.
I was like, let's do a six pack. Yeah. But anyway, um, I did kind of want to focus this more on the Nexus as well, just because I feel like that's the most recent invasion storyline that they've really done. Um, WWE has done so many different invasion storylines, and they've all failed at one point or another. But I feel like Nexus was the best one that they did. It had a great start to it. No one really saw it coming. Nobody knew what was going on when the Nexus debuted and just destroyed everything and disassembled the ring and destroyed John Cena. Um,
Choked Justin
you know,
Roberts
it,
with his next tie.
it is kind of stupid that you could do like chair shots and all this stuff and like thumbtacks and stuff, but choking Justin Roberts with his tie, that's too far. That is too far. Because logic. But so yeah, it started off really good, where it kind of hit the wall.
LOL Cena
And
wins.
what?
Yeah, was it with LOL Cena wins?
Yes, it was with LOL Cena wins. That was SummerSlam 2010. Um, Again, if the Nexus won, this basically would have catapulted them. It would have changed the whole card for a long time. But at last minute, John Cena changed the finish to the match because originally the Nexus was supposed to go over. Wade Barrett was supposed to win. The whole thing was supposed to be a completely different outcome.
Which at one point they did say that he felt bad about that.
Yeah, he did say that he kind of regretted changing the outcome, but that doesn't really that doesn't help. WWE could say we regret having Brock Lesnar beat the streak. That doesn't help with the fact that he beat the streak. Like you can't just be like, oh, I regret this. I'm sorry. It's okay now. No, that's not how that works. Um, but any initial thoughts on the Nexus in general, or how they went about it, or because I do want to kind of get into how they kind of an idea for a future like invasion thing.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you because you're echoing. I don't know. It was random too.
Echo.
It wouldn't mute you. So can you mute yourself because you're annoying me?
Echo.
Bad.
Echo.
It's just bad. It's terrible. Botching. Yeah, it went away as soon as you started saying echo. But
echo.
I enjoyed the Nexus. I liked the Nexus a lot. It was surprising when they came in. I liked it. I liked that it was kind of unannounced. There was no tease for it. There was no you had no idea, and I think that was what was really cool about it. Is you had no idea this is gonna happen. Like, yeah, Wade Barrett won. So when's it gonna debut? Let's see. Oh snap! Wait, hold up. Where are these people? It was really cool. Like they all just came together and everything. And I think what was nice about the Nexus at the time was it made them all feel legitimate. Even Michael. Oh my god. But
Who was that? What was that? What was that name? I didn't catch that. What was that?
Michael McGillicuddy.
No, there was another Michael. What was the other? Who was that fella?
Michael McGillicuddy. But yeah, I mean, I think it did make them all kind of feel like legitimate, like we can all beat you up and everything. And they did a good job, like with the gang tactics and everything, of just beating up everyone in their way. I always loved. I don't know if you love this as much as I did, but I always loved them surrounding the ring. Like I think that's something we talk about all the time that just is always missed in like just common wrestling, like group storylines where like they don't like surround the ring anymore. They're all coming from the same direction, and they're like, but y'all got like 3, 4 people. Why y'all not gonna cut the whole ring off instead of cutting off one area? But yeah, I love that they used to do that. I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed the Nexus though. Like overall, I thought it was it was really especially starting out. The initial Nexus period was really cool. I loved Wade Barrett. So I was happy about that. I loved Wade Barrett back when he was in NXT or whatever NXT was at that point. I actually enjoyed it back then. I wish they put that on the network. They should. But yeah, like I enjoyed it though. I definitely liked the Nexus initially.
Yeah, I definitely I do like you said when they used to surround the ring. Kind of it made it really feel like an invasion at that point, and like they were really taking over, kind of hostile takeover type thing. And to an extent, like the Wyatts do it. We've seen the Wyatts, but usually it's only 3 members at a time. So there's always that one side of the ring
that one side of the ring they can't get out of. Like we all know as wrestling fans, there's always like there's always a side of the ring you can get out of, but you never go out of
it. There's always just that invisible wall that you can't. It's kind of like when somebody gets distracted at the ramp and somebody's going to come from behind, but they never look. But yeah, that's kind of I do miss that. But kind of it got me thinking about because I feel like we all want that really good invasion story. We want to believe that another company or a group of wrestlers or whatever is trying to take over WWE. Like we want to believe this, and we want to have a good storyline. Like I said before, WWE just doesn't know how to do it. You would think, being the biggest wrestling company in the world, that they would know how to execute a storyline, but they don't. But I had some ideas for it. Like first of all, number one. This is number one. Number one. Keep.
Does it involve
Cena.
Funaki?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That okay. 1B. Okay. 1B is keep John Cena away. We don't need John Cena destroying something before you can build it up.
Or, on the contrary, you can have Cena there, but he must lose. and no, he can't lose later. Like he's got to lose when it matters.
Yeah.
Like for example, like I'm fine with John Cena being, I'm the face that run the place and the stuff, and I love the double E, and you ain't taking a part of my company and stuff. Like I like that. I love that. That's great. But if Wade Barrett beats him in that match, not the free fire thing. No, that wasn't even him. It was the first match they had at SummerSlam, I think. If Wade Barrett wins that match, that's huge. That changes the storyline completely. In different ways they could do that. Now he did beat him when they joined the Nexus, but they did that all wrong.
Yeah, and I think also they need to kind of keep it secret. Like I know it's so hard with spoilers and people having to know everything, so they search the internet and find some. No matter how secret you keep something, somebody's gonna find out something. Like you just can't hide it. But they need to try. They need to either, bring somebody in that we either don't know or don't know well. Like don't try to do an invasion storyline with like a group of wrestlers that we know, like Adam Cole or the Bullet Club or something. We're gonna know that that's fake. You know what I mean? They need to almost have it, where we really think it's just these guys randomly coming out, interrupting the show, almost like we've all seen videos of fans, jumping into the ring or attacking fans. It kind of needs to be like that, where WWE acts like they have no idea what's going on. They, security comes out, and like legitimate security, not, hey, that's an indie guy that I know. But like legitimate security needs to come out, take them out, things like that. They need to make it as real as possible, because I think they could pull off a good kind of invasion angle with, super, wrestlers who, we never get our shots or whatever, and now we're gonna come in and take over type of a thing. I don't think necessarily that a company would work, just because we would figure that out too quickly. But if it was like
would you say it would be a hostile takeover? And
would.
one spark starts an entire inferno.
Speaking of which, apparently Jeff Jarrett's coming back to TNA. I don't know, but any thoughts on how they could pull off an invasion?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways they could do it, I guess. They could always tease it, similar to what Aces and Eights did when they first came in. They even with just the cards, with like just symbolism that you had no idea what was going on, but the key was the small symbolism, the small build to it. They could tease it like that, or they could just kind of do like they did with the Nexus. But I would like to see like an invasion storyline where it starts with one guy like interrupting a world title match or interrupting this, interrupting that, and then it gradually just continues to grow, because we've seen the whole like numbers game thing. But I think if you start with one person, one person in NXT just feels like I'll be honest, they could have did it if they were smart, did it with the Tough Enough crew, the Tough Enough guys, and potentially girls too, because like people call them kind of a joke, because they did, they did Tough Enough, and like people don't feel like they worked hard enough or whatever. Like they could always do it, like they could have always done it like that, with the Tough Enough guys, and tried something with that instead of firing all of them like they're probably going to do.
Didn't they already do that? Oh wait, no, Patrick Clark.
Yeah, have Patrick Clark come out in that gimmick. He'd be the first one. But yeah, they could definitely. I would love to see a gradual build to it. Because a lot of times with these like invasion type storylines, you don't see a very gradual build to it. As far as like one person comes out and does this thing, and then like Aces and Eights, I always give Aces and Eights credit for this, because there was a very gradual and slow build to it. And then when the big thing was revealed, it was huge. It was like, oh my God, what? No, not this way. And it was like really cool. And I feel like WWE could definitely do it. Like they have the funds to do it, they have the money to do it. And I definitely agree with you on the bringing in indie guys or unknown guys or something like that. Would be really cool. Now, I mean, they could do it even with like, the only issue I would have with them doing it with like another country is like, LOL, America would have to win. With, I mean, that would get over the fact of the heels though, because if you're from another country and we just can't understand you, you're a heel automatically. So, I don't know. It's it's weird, but yeah, like I definitely think they could pull it off, but I think there needs to be more of a gradual build, because we've seen the whole everybody come out at once. Oh my God. And then obviously they can still do it. I think they'd have to change the way they build that up too, though.
Yeah, I mean, even not necessarily, even if they didn't necessarily do like invasion stories, I even if they did more, I'm not, getting the respect I deserve, so I'm gonna kind of, do a hostile takeover, kind of like TNA's done it a couple times. We're gonna try to change wrestling, kind of a thing. With the Rising, they kind of did it with that. They did it with they're kind of doing now with the DCC, and they've done well with it. But I feel like for example, with the DCC, they unmasked way too quick. Like I feel like that needed to be built up more. The Rising was really cool. You know, we were so excited about it, and it just kind of disappeared. Like, where'd they go, though?
Yeah, I think. Well, remember that ended because the BDC was set to beat them, but the issue was the BDC ended up leaving like the next week, and they didn't know it. So they had already set everything up, you know, for the Rising to lose. And yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And
when.
low key coming out of nowhere and stuff. You know.
Yeah, see, that's what they need in this invasion. They need low key to just come out of nowhere. Wait a minute, isn't that Caval? But yeah, you know, and I think this just kind of stems from us kind of wanting to be surprised again, and I feel like we're just never surprised anymore. Just, you know, with the internet and everything, you know, there's always that one person that spoils something for everybody. You know, when you want to,
unless you're Justin doing live reactions to Royal Rumble. It's AJ Styles. If you haven't seen that,
I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a Facebook video of Cassius Ohno's return. Like, I knew he was coming back, but like now I'm just waiting for it to happen on NXT.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like that's what I don't like about that's what I don't like about spoilers, and that's why I try to stay away from them, which is difficult. I I don't like the spoilers. Like, and that's what sucks about TNA too, is like that it is pre-taped, and you know, you get hit with spoilers all the time. Shoot, you join a wrestling group, LOL, spoiler. You know, and I try to stay away from them and stay off the internet as I can. But you know, it's hard a lot of times because it's like they're everywhere. No matter where you look, they're everywhere, and like I don't think it helps anyone. Like, yeah, technically it does help the writers, whoever's writing it. You know, because if you're paid by view, Lord knows, a spoiler of a spoiler type thing will help. But because I mean, I know even the website I write for, they have NXT spoilers up already. So like, I mean, I haven't looked at them, but like, it kind of piques your interest though too, which kind of sucks.
But and I feel like too, even with live stuff, you'll see people post pictures of, you know, oh, I saw so and so at the arena, or, you know, around town, so they're probably going to debut or return or whatever. I saw like somebody posted a picture of Alberto Del Rio and Paige in Tampa the other day when I guess SmackDown was in Tampa. I haven't watched SmackDown yet, so I don't know. They can't, even with live shows, they can't like surprise us anymore because somebody's going to have, you know, a cell phone and take a picture and, you know, post it to the internet right away, and, you know, there goes a big surprise, you know, if that was going to happen.
And it's one of those things too where like, why can't you just be like, hey, got a chance to meet Alberto Del Rio today, and just be done with it? Save the other comment for later, like after the show happens. What if he returned? Like,
or like, you know, take a picture, meet him, whatever, post the picture after the show. Don't post it before the show, and then we're going to either be waiting for something to happen or something happens and then we're not excited about it. You know, either way, it kind of ruins the show, because either way, you know, like I said, you're either waiting for it and it doesn't happen and you're kind of let down, or you know it's going to happen, so it just kind of kills the excitement for it. Kind of like, and we'll talk about it in the weekly review probably tomorrow, with these pre-taped NXTs. It's cool to see like the show from Japan and the show from Australia, but you know, with the title matches, we already know the outcomes, so it's cool, but it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, I would rather than play it like either like put it on the network the day they did it, or like, and you know, you can replay it on NXT. You know, that's fine, but don't tell us what happened then. I guess would be the thing. Like, don't tell us what happened and then be like, yeah, you're gonna enjoy this show. No.
That we recorded 3 weeks ago. but they could win the titles. They're not going to win the titles. They're not. You showed on the internet that they're not going to. It's on your website. They're not going to. But yeah, we don't want to bring this too long. We just wanted to put out a video since we had to push back the weekly review. But we will have the weekly review tomorrow, possibly TNA also. And then Saturday will be our 6-pack, Saturday or Sunday. We've been flip-flopping days. But sometimes this weekend will be our 6-pack of our top 6 favorite promotions. So that's, and yes, DJ, it's top 6 favorite promotions. So you'll remember, I'll still have to remind you the day we do it. You'll just write them down real quick. But anyway.
It's tradition, Casey. I can't.
All right. But anyway, follow us on Twitter. It's right down there. It's right down.
What's the Twitter? What's it not looking?
It's ICW _ podcast.
You pointed at the P.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. ICW.
You pointed at the W before the C. You pointed at the at symbol. Your finger's too big. You pointed at the I and the C.
I hate you so much. It's the I. Okay.
You pointed at the C in your name.
Ignore my name. Ignore my name. Okay, so it's at.
All I see is the black mark at the top. You're pointing at it. Stop it.
At ICW _ podcast.
You didn't even go all the way across.
We're going to see you on the flippity dippity. Oh, yeah.